right. So, what are we talking about?
Today we are talking about the immortal, the incomparable, the unstoppable movie Netflix original Work It.
Work It.
Work It.
Is that what it's called? I kept calling it.
What were you calling it?
I wasn't calling it Stick It. I was calling it
You were calling it
Stick Up.
something like that.
Work Up.
Work stick.
It should be called Work Up to the Streets.
Work it to the street.
Work It. Oh, that's a good title.
Yeah,
Work
exactly.
It to the Streets.
Work it to the street. Well, that'll be the second one, obviously.
God,
So
I
want
wanna
to
see what-
who don't know. What
Uh-huh.
did you want to see?
I was gonna say I want to see what their version of the streets are, but continue.
Oh wow, it would be like Disney streets, where it's like a bunch of really good-looking kids with dirt rubbed on their face.
Right, they're
ever
like-
so perfectly.
They're like, with stuff like this, how did racism ever become a thing? Like, yeah, gee, with everyone looking perfect all the time.
How do we hate each other when we're all
Huh.
models?
Yeah, everyone seems to have access to full
Full hair and makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Well, if only the world were actually like that.
Fully
That would be my first act as president, just to be like, so we're gonna hire a bunch of state-sponsored beauty gurus to go around and give everyone makeovers.
Yes,
Like,
queen.
I would hire in every city a Fab Five would be elected. It would be part of like the Congress, and they would go around and fix everybody's lives, and everyone would be happy.
I mean, I don't think anyone would complain about that.
I surely wouldn't.
Maybe a few conservatives until they realized what the Fab Five would do for them, and then they'd be like, oh, you know,
And they're
what?
like, I want free stuff, and then I'll hate you after you leave.
What were you gonna say though? What are we?
No,
what are we
for
talking
those
about?
of us who don't know, Work It is the Netflix original, probably,
Yeah, it is.
movie starring Sabrina Carpenter and some other Disney characters.
Liza, what? And Disney Princess Liza Koshy, which I wouldn't be against.
I would love to see Liza Koshy as Disney princess. I'm surprised she isn't already.
She didn't. She got her start on YouTube, right?
Yeah, for
For
sure.
$1?
For $1? That's one of her.
That's all they paid
one
her.
of her episodes. Yeah. So obviously she's not from Disney. Well, so it's Sabrina Carpenter and the main guy that she ends up with are both from Disney.
Are they? Yeah, but he was also what's his name again? I should have this movie pulled up. It's called Stick It.
Yeah.
No. Shit, what is it called?
It's called Work It, you weirdo.
It's such a
Generic title.
I mean, I know we were like half paying attention during this movie because
Yeah, like-
spoiler alert, it did not enthrall me at least.
I was watching and then you were talking and then I was talking to you and I missed a lot of it.
Is it
Towards the end,
Michelle Batou? No, that's a woman.
No.
Jordan Fisher.
probably.
Yeah, Jordan Fisher.
Jordan Fisher.
So Jordan Fisher was also in a Netflix film.
he was into
to
all the
all
boys.
the-
I also love before now.
P.S. I love
too.
you.
P.S. I love
I think it was
you.
To All the Boys Now.
Why wouldn't they just call it To All the Boys I Love Before?
Oh shit!
I need to work for Netflix, bro. Like I.
Yeah, wait, what is it called? It's called the title of that second film was called
To All the Boys I Love Before. P.S. I Love You, right?
I think, yeah. Where the
And it had these.
Oh, yeah, To All the Boys. No, it was just called To All the Boys. P.S. I Still Love You.
Oh.
Bro,
It's
missed opportunity.
that and the Kissing Booth 2 had the same plot line, which is annoying. but-
was Jordan Fisher in that one as well?
No, he wasn't. It was it was a new one. He
They're all
was
the same.
Something.
At the end of the
No,
day,
he's special. We had some good eye candy in this movie too. Back to what we were talking about, but yeah. So Sabrina Carpenter's character wants to get into Duke because that's where her dad went, and
wait. So did she have a special connection with her dad?
she doesn't because he died. But you know
Oh
what?
shit!
Duke is going to give her that special connection if only she could get in. But unfortunately, wouldn't you know it, her application is just like everybody else who wants to go to Duke. So she has to diversify it by getting onto the dance team that she was just kicked off of. And she wasn't a dancer. She was doing tech. But
right.
she puts together a little ragtag team. She falls in love. And then she realizes Duke wasn't where I wanted to be after all. I want to be in love.
Yeah, that is kind of the ending, isn't it? So we're not going through this beat by beat because
Yeah, I was like, that
Fuck
was a
it.
good summary, right? I'm
That was a
usually
great
not-
summary.
Okay.
watch the movie. If you don't watch the movie, come back here. Don't come back here for the plot. Come back here for
Commentary.
First off, I just want to say I don't understand what Netflix obsession is with voiceovers by these women. Like they're just constantly like
doing the narration.
it's all of them. I mean, To All the Boys has it. I liked it in that one. I was okay with it. I really actually liked To All the Boys I Love before. To the first one.
To all the also boys too, I loved also.
I don't.
Now.
They're the
And
second
then
one
again.
fucked me up. I remembered the title of the first one, and then the second one was To All the Boys.
P.S. I love you.
Is that it?
How are you? How is that? To all the boys I loved before, and to all the boys, P.S. I love you.
I still love you.
Two.
There we
I
go.
still love you.
That's-
It's pretty straightforward.
Whatever. That one was good, but then you had what is the tall girl one?
Yeah. Was
it
that a
called Tall
voiceover
Girl?
too?
Yeah, it
it's
starts out.
literally
Remember,
called Tall
because
Girl.
it starts off with you
I
think
don't.
you have it bad?
Oh.
I've got try wearing size 13 men's.
And we're just like, there's
Yeah.
a lot worse things that
I'm
could
sorry.
befall you.
This is 2000. Well, at the time it was 2019. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but being a 6 foot tall woman is not the worst thing.
Well, to
Do
her,
people are
to
making
her,
fun?
it's probably the worst thing. But I'm saying
Okay.
the worst thing ever is not being
Right, but
a
I mean,
too
like-
tall woman. Also, you're incredibly attractive. So like,
Right. Like I'm not even saying that in a sense of like, oh, you're so privileged from the outside looking in. I'm saying like personally, I don't think she would have been made as fun of, at least, but I don't know. I
she
guess
could
small towns
have
can be
that-
sucky.
Yeah, like I think I don't put it past people to like make fun of her or to constantly be commenting or asking questions, because that is a thing.
Oh,
that tall
that is
women
true.
are like, they're how tall are you? Oh my goodness.
Oh
And
my
then it's hard
God.
for them to date and like blah 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 blah. Like I get that there are plights with that, but the way she phrased it was very much like, you think your life is hard to the general public, and it's like, I'm sure a lot of people have a lot worse issues.
No, you think your life is hard?
I
I'm
wear a size 13.
okay. Whoa, got a
Women
badass over
next.
here. But
So we digress. because-
Netflix has an issue for me personally with these lazy ass narrations, and I just it adds nothing. And the worst part is like their narration consists of like things that we're clearly seeing on screen, and like references that never end up making sense. It's just like drop reference here, like
Well, they have an algorithm.
yeah, they don't actually write their scripts.
They have like, they probably just put it into a machine. They're like, okay, Sabrina Carpenter and what's his name?
Jordan Fisher.
Jordan Fisher. And they put it into the machine, and the
Boop, beep,
machine's
boop,
like,
beep.
boop, 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 dance. They will dance.
Not enough black people in this
She-
algorithm. Liza Koshy.
Liza
Boop,
Koshy,
boop,
who
boop,
is
boop,
not
boop. Dance movie.
black. And then the kid from the love interest from Love, Simon was the main kid.
Who is he?
The main guy. Or not the main guy, the antagonist guy.
Oh,
Who all of a sudden at the end of the movie decided, I'm better now.
he had that one line that we died
It
over.
was amazing.
Like she screws up the dance routine, and then she
sh-
tries to apologize, and he goes,
He was like, what's her name?
Quinn.
Quinn. First of all, Quinn, I don't accept your apology. Second, get your stuff and leave.
"Oh man, no." So okay. Long story short, I'm watching this film, and you guys have had my sister's been on this. She's a dancer,
Yeah.
so I've grown up going to dance competitions, and let me tell you,
These kids ain't got it.
they.
It's funny because they're all good dancers, but they're all not dancers. And there is a
Right.
very distinct difference. I'm a good dancer. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. Like, I could have gone on that movie and held my own against anybody in there, probably. Maybe not. They were killing it, but like if somebody like sat me down for a month and like were like, do these moves,
Right.
and you'll look good, I would look good in that film because I would be on the level of everybody else.
Yeah.
But I'm not a dancer. Whereas like when I step onto a dance floor and do 2 moves, people are like, holy shit, he's amazing. And that's what it's like when you go to an actual dance competition.
Right.
Is everybody like blows your mind. Not just like, oh wow, they're good. You're like, how is it possible for them to move
How
like that?
did God bless them with such a body?
They have 16 extra muscles
yeah.
per square inch of
No,
their
I
body.
mean, I'm watching this, and it's a very it made me long for the days of like Step Up and
Mhm.
what. So we had like Take the Lead, Step. There was a time period in like the early
Where everybody's
thousands,
like dance movie.
and honestly, I was okay with it. Like, I actually, are you okay? The fuck just happened?
I tried to just like quietly sneeze and I slammed my head into the microphone.
That was not quiet.
That was it. Okay.
No, there was a time period where it was just like a ton of dance movies, and because I had my sister, my mom and sister would take me to a bunch of them, and I was okay. I actually really liked them. You know, I
Yeah.
actually still have to this day not seen Step Up 1, but I've seen
You're weird. Why do you not watch the first movies?
I do watch the first
you
movies.
haven't
I just
seen Step Up 1.
I
Nor have you seen High School Musical 1 or 2. But
Well,
you saw 3.
I like
I'm
3.
never going. You can't love it if you don't know where it comes from.
I know where it came from.
That'd be like if you were dating a girl and you were like, I love you. And she was like, you met me yesterday. You don't even know my parents. You
Okay, that's a
don't
good
have the history,
analogy.
you don't have the
That's
background.
how much
You
background?
know nothing about
How
these
much
people.
background do I freaking need on High School
you
Musical?
need all the background. You need to see Troy and Gabriella fight to be together when their friends are trying to tear them apart. You need to see Sharpay learn her lesson over and over again at the end of every fucking movie, only to be the same character in the next movie for
Yeah.
no freaking reason.
Yeah, it sounds like I need that.
You need to see the Sharpay movie. Did you finally watch that?
No.
Of course not, because I haven't made you watch it yet. It's coming. Don't worry, guys.
No. I liked the third one.
You don't get to say that.
I liked the third one. It is good.
That really upsets me.
You know
I'm
why?
upset.
Because it was film quality. It wasn't a made-for-TV movie.
Anyways, back to what we're
Digress
talking about.
again.
Digress.
So what? Last night we were watching it, and all I was saying was they need to bring back Step Up, because clearly there is a market now for dance movies. Clearly people are starting to be like, okay, like, because the way the reaction is about this online, for the most part, it's like, oh my god, a dance movie. It's like, you guys are so starved that you
Did they like it?
Yeah, people like this movie.
I think I probably would have liked it a lot more had I watched it myself.
Right, not with me.
Who was
Sir
tearing it
Grumpus.
apart the whole time. Honestly, like, I don't, and it's like, it's definitely a movie that I think was cute and I would enjoy it. I
right.
could watch it.
Preference.
But it's also like, watching it, I'm like, I can see where real dancers might have stepped this movie up.
No, yeah, and I obviously,
of course.
Netflix.
Mm.
Come over here for a second. Come right here.
Come here. Sit down.
You did a good job.
Papa squat.
I love that for you. I love what you've done. I think it's so sweet. You're just trying. And I think that's great. I think it's great that you're trying.
Yeah, do we? Like, where's this going?
I think it's great you're trying. No, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to shit on these actors. They did the best they could. They were hired. Who's going to say no?
No, I'm not
Like,
going to say no to a Netflix movie
you
because
get
once
hired.
you book your first Netflix, you get at least 3 more movies.
Clearly, that one actress who played the dean, she was also the friend in Always Be My Maybe, and she's done like 3. She's been in Russian Doll, Always Be My Maybe. Now this one, I won't be surprised when I see her pop up again. She's
like
she's set for life.
They're very incestual there.
Ew. But if people thought this was a good dance movie, I'm like, okay, guys,
It was cute,
let's
but
get some real stuff over
let's
here.
watch Step Up again.
I'm
and
just
see the
saying.
quality.
They can resurrect Step Up the same way they resurrected the Fast and the Furious series. Hear me out.
Yeah.
If Vin Diesel, so the Fast and Furious.
Vin Diesel is stepping up.
Oh my God! No, the Fast and Furious series. It started off as just a drag race, like actual drag race. Like
I was like, oh
actual
yeah.
car
I might have to
drag
watch that.
racing film. There was not really a subtext. Like, yes, Dom Toretto was technically an outlaw, and yes, Hobbs. No,
Hobbs and Shaw.
no, those are the other ones. I don't remember what Paul Walker. Paul Walker's character, Connor. Shit, I don't remember. White guy name. He it's a pretty
Generic name. I don't remember these
I
movies
remember
at
it.
all.
Anyway, he's an undercover cop, and he's told to go undercover to, like,
As undercover cops do.
undercover
undercover thing.
uncover.
The underground
But,
racing business.
Like, that's like, for the most part, it was like that was a plot just to see car races.
Yeah.
So the plot really didn't have anything. Then Tokyo Drift came out, and even though it's actually considered most people's favorites, it didn't do well at the box office. So then they kind of brought the film back. They went back to the original characters with Fast and Furious, and this time the plot actually had a little bit more to do than just the cars.
Oh.
So they mixed it up a little bit. They were like, okay, we're not. This isn't just a film just to see car races. Like, now we're integrating the two. There's an actual plot to it. I'm like, okay.
Now we're getting
And then
fights and
fast forward to Fast 5, and then they said, fuck just the car races. We're going to do a whole ass bank robbery plot.
Okay.
And it's basically like the cars are window dressing to what's really going on, which is action, chases,
Yeah, they
and a whole
definitely just leaned into the car crash every 5 minutes aspect. They were like, you know what? These people want to see cars, and we're going to give them not only cars, but guns.
right
And guns.
and conspiracy plots and like the like whole action sequences. And all I'm saying, if Dom Toretto and his family can be called in to find an eco-terrorist, why can't Channing Tatum's character be called in to like save the president? And him and his dance team, his ragtag group of dance teamers,
like, we have to have
Like-
dancers as the security because people can't shoot them
that dude.
because you move so well.
It's always like the early thousands had bullshit plot lines like that where they're like, no, it's gotta be you guys, I guess.
It's got to be you specific dancers
Sure.
because
Don't we have trained security?
no, here's the thing. Is trained security doesn't think like a dancer. Dancers think on their feet.
What is it? It's Armageddon, the one with Bruce Willis and Ben
I haven't
Affleck.
seen that in so long.
But the plot line for that is basically it's easier to I can't believe I'm saying this. It's easier to train because they have to like have people who are like oil drill, like whatever that job's
Operatives,
called.
Yeah.
It's like it's easier to train them to be astronauts than it is to train an astronaut to be like a drill oil shit.
because they need to drill for oil like on Mars or something, and they're like, it's easier to train.
Not on Mars, on like the asteroid that's coming to Earth.
But
Who
it's
cares?
easier to train oil drillers to be astronauts than it is astronauts to be oil drillers.
Sure, 2000 and whatever. That makes sense.
Oil drilling is a skill, whereas astronauts really just sit on a rocket and go to the moon, right? Am I right? Come on, guys.
So by that logic, all I'm saying is we resurrect Step Up, and it's like, yes, it's easy. Wait,
Oh my
what
gosh.
is the protection for the president?
Security, Secret Service?
Secret Service. There you go. Yes, they're like, it's easier to train dancers to be Secret Servicemen than it is to train Secret Servicemen to be dancers.
Well, that's it. That could be a thing because like that'll be it because the
I want to
president
watch this movie
will
so
have
bad.
the president will have a death threat coming at him.
Yes.
From a dance crew that's like they're like a rebel dance crew.
Oh my God.
That like post like anti-American
Yes.
videos, and they're like, bring down the presidency, and then they're like, oh man, we got to get somebody to infiltrate this dance troupe, this dance competition that
And
they're
then
gonna
in
be
comes
at.
Channing
And then we have
Tatum.
to find them, and he's like, bum, bum, bum. He's obviously gonna bring a few people
Hell
for
yeah.
Magic Mike, you know.
Right. Dude, straight up, that's what they do with the Fast movies. They realize 4 movies in, they're like, wait, we've got this whole reservoir of these actors. Let's just stick them together. We'll get Hans from the 3rd movie, from Tokyo Drift. Obviously we'll bring back Brian Connor. What the flip is that character's name? Paul Connor. No, Paul Walker's his name.
Past the second one.
We'll get back because I think Tyrese is only from the second one. It's from Too Fast, Too Furious, but it had a different guy. It wasn't Paul Walker in the second one. So they were like, we have all of these characters. Let's just Avengers this shit.
There
And
you
stick it.
go.
That's what they do with the Step Up universe. And then they're like, and the best part about the Fast and Furious is they started stunt casting. So they're like, we're bringing in like The Rock, and it's like we're bringing in because the new one is what's his name? You can't see him.
Oh, John Cena.
John Cena's in the new one.
Uh-huh.
So it's like that's literally all they have
What
to do.
number are we on now? 9.
Who gives a shit?
Just make another one.
It's
Just
got
give me
dumbass
that.
names too. It's like Fast 9. Oh, it's no, the last. I think we're on 10 because the last one was we're on 9 because the
It was
last one was
Fate
the
of the
Fate.
Furious, the Fate of the Furious, which I would think
Amazing.
which I would think would be the last one, because Fate, it sounds like the end, you know? I feel like this next one, when they bring back Channing Tatum
Right.
into the Step Up series to protect the president and
Yes.
infiltrate the underground dance competition so
Uh-huh.
he can find the terrorist dance group,
Correct.
you know, and they trained him and all of his dance crew
Yes.
to be Secret Service operatives
Easier.
and report back to them.
Much
'cause
easier.
It's much easier to do that because Secret Service can't dance. We know that. We'll have
Everyone
a funny,
knows that.
We'll have a funny clip in there of Secret Service trying to dance, and then they'll go, "We need dancers."
I
and
could
then we'll
see it
cut to
already
them
the way it's
practicing.
framed up, but
Yeah.
continue.
But that one, you know, and then he'll save the day and he'll get the girl,
Okay.
the inevitable Secretary of State or something.
Right.
That's like
She's a
high up,
dancer.
but he loves her, and she's gonna finally get to dance because she was all buttoned up her whole life, and he's gonna teach her to let go.
Oh my God! Of course he will.
And then the girl from the first movie, Jenna Dewan, his actual wife, we forgot about her for right now, but she'll come back in the next one.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then he'll be like, "Oh man, I thought you went to Egypt,"
And it turns out she's
"I
like an
did go to
undercover like
Egypt."
CIA.
And he's like, "You're doing the same thing as me." And then they spend like a couple movies like
Hell
fighting
yeah.
each other.
Hell
but
yeah.
Then they eventually get together because
I know you
obviously that's what
basically
everybody
just-
wants.
I was like, I know you basically just copy and pasted what happened with Michelle Rodriguez.
Who?
What? Michelle Rodriguez.
In what?
In Fast, do you know who Michelle
I told
Rodriguez
you
is?
I haven't watched past the second one.
But do you know who Michelle Rodriguez is?
That's the girl. The girl from all the movies, right? So I didn't copy paste it apparently because
It's
I
just
don't
a
freaking watch the
basic ass
movies.
plot line.
But I'm telling you, I should write for Netflix, man. I should write for somebody. But
Oh yeah, we were talking about Stick It.
and then that one, but
Work It.
the beginning of their revamp will be called "Step Up to the White House."
Oh shit!
Boom.
Step 3 to the White House.
Well, I mean, there's like 6 step ups already.
I don't know. Steppered up. Step work.
Step 7, right to heaven for the terrorists. Except they're going to hell.
Stop it. Step 7 right to heaven. Now there's a title I can get behind.
So what is that one? Now we're incorporating
it's not really
supernatural stuff.
The best part about the Fast movies too is that even though there's numbers in the titles, the whole timeline is fuckled. Like, because
Yeah, because they're all...
So like Step Up. No, sorry. Fast and the Furious 1 and 2 are sequential, and then Fast. Oh no, Paul Walker was in the second one. It was a random. It was that whatever.
Tokyo Drift was the random one.
Tokyo Drift was a random white guy. Ooh, I can't remember his name. Tokyo Drift is the third one in release, but it turns out that it's actually behind. It's after Fast 5, but no, shit. Is Fast 5 the one where Hans dies?
I like that you're asking me, and I've clearly said
The
like,
moral of the
multiple
story
times,
is
I haven't seen past the second one.
Moral of the story is combine Step Up, Work It, and Fast and the Furious, and you have a winner.
Work Step Up real fast and furious.
I would pay to see that movie in a heartbeat. And by pay, I mean I would continue my Netflix subscription.
I was like, all that to say, Work It could have stepped up.
A little faster.
Real fast. Real
and
fast.
a little more furious.
Yeah.
If I did want to say one thing that was actually towards Work It, it's a Netflix movie. It just is. We were talking about that last night. There's
how there just tends to be, especially like in this one specifically, there was kind of like a what did you say? Like
I said sterile. You said the word
sterile.
empty.
I said empty, like hollow kind ofness
Right.
feel to the scenes, kind of. And it's like you can kind of notice it, but if you're really thinking about the movie in reference to other more fleshed out movies, you're kind of like, yeah, that does feel kind of like something is off a little bit.
And they try to mask it over with their narration, but you're like, you're not fooling me, Netflix.
You ain't fooling nobody, Netflix.
And if there's one last thing I want to say.
What's that?
Could I roll my eyes any harder at her praying to Beyonce?
So it was super cute in the title. Like I thought in the trailer when she
Uh-huh.
was like, Queen Bey, I pray for your like whatever, your moves and like blah. And I was like, oh, that's super cute. You know, she's a dancer. Like Queen Bey is Queen Bee, you know? But like you said, it happens like 3/4 through the movie, and she hasn't mentioned Beyonce once in the whole movie.
No one's mentioned Beyonce.
Not a Beyonce poster, not nothing, not anything. And then there's not any references after that. It's just a random like prayer. And I was like, oh, that would have been cute if she was like a Beyonce fan of some kind.
Right. If there's some like, no, it's just another case of like, oh, hey kids,
Hey,
fellow
you
teenagers.
guys like Queen Bey, right?
It's not just that, but it's like definitely like a white writer. I think I would. Oh my god, I want to pull up, but I feel like it's a white writer just being like, the kids, they love that Beyonce, don't they? And you're like, yeah, man.
Or it's a black writer going, can we like get a little bit of color in here? Let's talk about Beyonce.
Let's see. I'm gonna keep this in. Josiah, what's your prejudice? It's our new TV show. Written by
That would be interesting. How would
Allison
that work?
Peck. She doesn't have anything on Wikipedia.
Must be Josh Peck's sister.
Okay, Josiah. What's your prejudice? Allison Peck is
A woman.
Why do they upload a picture with 4 people? Allison Peck is ding 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 ding. White.
African American.
That's a white person.
I know.
Yep. My prejudice was right on.
But you know what? Maybe she's a huge Beyonce fan and she wanted it worked into the plot. I'm not judging anyone.
Did you say she wanted to work it into the plot?
Oh my gosh. There we go.
That's I think
End scene.
that's the end of the episode.
I feel like we spent maybe a quarter of that, maybe a fifth of that actually talking about Work It.
Yeah, well, we spent about as much time as they put into dancing in that film.
We spent about as much time talking about it as we spent watching it last night.
That's basically it.
We watched like the first 15 minutes and then we were just kind of like talking about what it should be the whole time.
I will say I'm thankful nobody mentioned that they had to save the community in the movie because I can't tell you how much I really hate.
People say
I am excited for In the Heights,
In the Heights.
which looks like it's about saving a community, but it feels more genuine there. I don't know. I didn't like Goonies for that same reason either. Anytime it's like we've got to save the community, I'm like, cool. I don't know. I'm not hating
He's
on the
just
movie.
very apathetic. He doesn't believe in saving things. When Jesus was like, I have to save humanity, he was like, why? Why though?
Why though? All right. Anything you want to say before we wrap up this very interesting episode?
Yeah, no, nothing. Let's wrap it up.
Cool. I'm Josiah Rizzo.
I'm BENJI Jones.
You follow us on @PinkPopcast.
Yes, and on Wednesdays,
We wear pink.
boom, done.